Hello and welcome to Council Recap, where we take the content of the City Council meetings and give you the breakdown. I'm Kayla Moeller. There were a few presentations this week. First was the annual fireworks drawing procedure as outlined in the Hawthorne Municipal Code. A total of 6 certified applicants have submitted applications to sell safe and sane fireworks in the city. Names of the organizations were drawn to choose locations for selling of fireworks. Then Dr. Helen Morgan, the superintendent of the Hawthorne School District, made an announcement of her retirement and introduced her successor, Dr. Brian Markarian. Then Councilmember Montero gave a proclamation to Dr. Morgan for her years of service to education. Next, the South Bay City's Council of Governments representative, David Legier, gave an overview of the South Bay Regional Housing Trust Fund and its potential to create affordable housing in the Hawthorne community. It's a voluntary, multi-jurisdictional joint powers authority that provides local officials a way to fashion affordable housing strategies tailored to the community's unique needs, conditions, and political culture. Then, Council held an environmental justice study session. Interim Planning Director Greg McLean went over environmental pollution, socioeconomic and housing indicators, and environmental justice issues like food access, pollution exposure and air quality, and safe and sanitary homes. He stressed the importance of the environmental justice element is to give an objective view of environmental and other health hazards impacting citizens. In the resolution portion of the meeting, Resolution 8353 was approved to order the Director of Public Works to prepare a report for the Street Lighting Maintenance District of the City of Hawthorne for fiscal year 2022 to 2023. The rates assessed have not increased in the 47 years of its existence, though Southern California Edison's costs have substantially increased. In the public hearing portion, Council held a public hearing for the approval of the military equipment use policy by the Police Department and the introduction of Ordinance 2231, which would adopt a military equipment policy for the Police Department and provide compliance with Assembly Bill 481. Moving on to the ordinances portion of the meeting, Ordinance 2233 was passed to add and enact a chapter of Title 15 of the Hawthorne Municipal Code. In 2015, the state of California adopted Assembly Bill 1236, requiring cities with a population of less than 200,000 residents to adopt an ordinance to create an expedited, streamlined permitting process for electric vehicle charging stations. This includes completing the application checklist and developing procedures for expedient and thorough inspection of the charging stations. The city manager's consent calendar had a few items this week. Council received and filed the City of Hawthorne protocols for emergency preparedness. If a disaster occurs within the city, the emergency operations centers are immediately activated in the basement of City Hall and the police building. Staff has created a systemic approach in place to treat each of the interrelated actions, mitigation, preparedness, and response and recovery, as one phase of the comprehensive process. Next, Council approved Progress Payment 2 and final acceptance to XL Paving Company of Long Beach for the Hawthorne Municipal Airport Rehabilitation of Taxiways project. This project consisted of pavement improvement and reconstruction of taxiways. Then Council received and filed a report for organic recycling. California Senate Bill 1383 requires all local jurisdictions to implement an organic waste recycling program in all residential dwellings and commercial businesses within their boundaries. On May 1st, 2022, the city authorized auto enrollment so that every customer that has not signed up for recycling or organic services will receive a container with the minimum service level required. In the city attorney's consent calendar, Council approved additional funding for administration contract services and reimbursable accounts for the current fiscal year. The city attorney's department incurred costs for outside law firms for various legal tasks that were not contemplated when budgeting for fiscal year 21 to 22, and in turn, the law firm of Richard, Watson, and Gershon require additional funding for various projects directed by the City Council. Then, Council approved a professional services agreement between the City and California Hearing Officer LLP for non-biased hearing officer services. Next, Council approved to amend the commencement date of the continued administrative appeal hearing of the non-renewal/revocation of M&A Gabay LP's business licenses at 12,000 Hawthorne Boulevard. Due to issues that arose regarding the availability of the hearing officers and attorneys, more time is needed, and Council has continued the hearing from May 12th to May 31st, 2022. In the discussion action items, Council voted in support of the South Bay Regional Housing Trust Fund to create affordable housing throughout the city, which will create a multi-jurisdictional JPA. Well, that's it for the meeting this week. Thank you for joining us for Council Recap. Remember, you can always watch City Council meetings in their entirety by going to www.youtube.com and searching for Hawthorne Community Television. Stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you next time.